What's up, guys? It's your boy T.
It's your girl Ella.
What's up, guys? It's Femi.
And welcome to another episode of Small Chats.
He's sick of me already. He's so sick of me already.
And as you can see today, we have Mr. Mykal Ross with us.
Period.
Well, if you to introduce yourself to our audience.
Yeah, I'm Mike. I'm now becoming a content creator / fitness influencer / something else. But yeah, that's where we're at.
Content creator, former dancer.
Oh my god, I haven't danced in ages. But yeah, I'll give myself that. Former dancer. I can I can do a boom cat. Yeah. I can do a boom cat. Yeah.
If you see his video where he did the Aunt Viv dance where she was in the gym,
honestly,
I need to see that.
you need to see
What?
that took me forever. Honestly, shout out to Aunt Viv because that dance was no joke. Doing that at her age, and I was trying to do that, my knees mash up.
And that's when I was like, oh, you editing?
Yeah, that's why I tried to edit. That was my first editing kind of video because I was like, I need to do something different, spice it up. And I couldn't actually do the whole choreography because it was too hard. So I was like, oh, let me do a little couple camera tricks. And it actually worked. I was super impressed with myself.
So what are we drinking? Everyone's drinking a mix of...
I like the colour difference. It's really
Yeah,
cute.
It's cute.
It's given Skittles. It's given very much Skittles. So we're all drinking.
Skittles.
We're all drinking
Scared.
various versions of AU vodka.
Nice.
Wait, there's a mixture, right?
No, it just comes in. It just comes as it comes.
What's wrong?
Pineapple, grape, and strawberry. It's okay. It's okay.
Yeah, it actually tastes. That's what I'm saying. It tastes
Cheers.
like Skittles, which I'm scared.
Yep, you should be.
You know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. Yeah.
You should be. You should be.
Juice is what
So,
it is.
if everybody wanted to compare their week or today to a weather forecast, what would it be? Should we start? Should we start on that end?
Sure, why not just start now? Because anyway, to be honest, I want to base it on my mood today.
Mm-hmm.
My mood today is just, end of August. That weather at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's not too hot, not even cold. It's just I can be outside in this weather. My mood is
Like carnival weekend.
Do you get what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I can be outside like that.
Yeah.
Let me be outside
Okay.
like that. You know?
Yeah.
My mood is matching that.
Okay.
So I need that weather.
Okay.
Yeah, we don't have that today.
No,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
don't. Because I think
What about
I
you,
got drenched on the way here first.
What about you, Mike?
My mood for this week, you know what? My mood has actually captured UK weather. My mood is always UK weather. I was happy on the Monday. I was pissed off on the Tuesday. I was tired on the Wednesday. And then I was sad on the Thursday. And I was happy Friday. And I was happy this morning. So.
No, because you are UK.
Yeah, like 100%.
That's UK.
It's given very much that.
It was like so many different moods. Whiplash. Like I started off with like bright spring in the morning. By midday, I was tired. And then afternoon, I was just like, I can't be. I'm over it.
I'm over today.
Over it, literally.
What about you, Femi?
Probably say overcast, if that's a
That's the weather.
good way to describe it. Not crazy high, hot weather, not too cold. Decent enough so I don't have to wear a jacket when I go out. Just right in the middle.
Yeah. I'm giving a little spring sunshine. You know, can blame it on the sunshine.
That's good.
Blame it on the boogie.
Summer.
Yeah.
That's good. You can tell.
Oh, can you see the light bouncing off me?
Glistening. Glistening.
Well, what can I say?
In our last episode as well, T. How have you managed to keep it up for
Yeah,
so
what's
long?
the secret?
You know what? It's maintenance. It's hard work.
It's good.
Okay. So, guys, let's do a small chat.
Period.
So, on today's show, we're talking to Mike about his journey through divorce to where you are now. And just touching on different points, like from marriage, the mental health aspect, the dealing with it aspect. We might even touch into some dating if we get there. And then we'll arrive at, like, you know, where you are today.
Do you know, funny thing, I think even that whole divorce thing has brought me to where I am today. Like, it was a part of my whole healing process and my journey to realize, actually, I need to do something for myself. So it all kind of interlinks for me.
And without getting too all up in your business, even though
I'm an open book. Like, yeah, definitely.
And the more we drink, the more
pre away. I mean,
What was the best thing for you about being married?
I think having someone there, just having my person, having someone to lean on, to go through all the shit that life brings at you. Like coming home to someone, just like, if you are having a bad day, or if you don't know, oh shit, what the fuck am I going to do? Like, there was just someone there riding with you. So it's like, you were never really alone. You had to face it alone, but you were never really alone in it. There was always someone like next to you. Even if you didn't really want to talk, there was just someone
just there
kind of thing. But also on the flip side of that was also the same reason why it led to probably our troubles, or why we got to where we are now today, because it was just inner. I was married to a man. Actually, I was married to a white man. I was in an interrelational relationship as well. I got married hella young. I got married at probably say like 25. We met at 24. We got engaged after 6 months. We got married after maybe a year and a half. So it was kind of just a bam, whirlwind. And at that same time, we kind of just, I don't want to say, it was more like a trauma bond, I would say, because we were both going through things at a young age. I had just come out that age as well, and my coming out story wasn't the greatest, so that also played a really strong part in it. And I think at that time we needed each other, and he was all I had. So I think naturally that's where we ended up. And I'm a 0 to 100 girly. I go full pelt. Like, when I'm in something, I'm in it. Like, love 100%. So I think I just saw him and I was just like, right, we're going to do this. And I think that was my way of dealing with rejection, or what people were saying. I felt like, oh, if I do this, they will see me as an equal. They will see me as an adult. I'll show them that, yeah, I can do it as a gay person. Like, I can have what you have. And yes, that's what kind of, I think that's where I was at in that moment in time when I met him. And then we got married. When did we get married? We got married in New York, actually. Me being me, I didn't do anything by half-heart. It had to be kind of, it had to be a spectacle. Oh yeah, 100% spectacle. I don't even think I told him we were getting married. I just said we're going on holiday. I booked us this, that. It was a complete surprise, and I think I told him maybe like a day or two before. And he was like, what? And I was like, yeah, surprise, Virgin, we're doing a package deal. We gotta go get back.
That is crazy. It's the first time I'm hearing this.
Yeah, it really was. Now that I look back on it, I was like, wow, Michael, that is such...
Why would you do that?
Why would you do that, girl? Like, why would you do that?
You didn't even give him an opportunity to digest.
But I think that was, and again, that's why I say it was such a young age, and with everything that I was going through and dealing, looking back at it now, it was like, I would have never done that now kind of thing. It was like, that was so...
Very impulsive,
very controlling, very like, I think I was acting in survival mode.
Yeah.
And because he was acting in survival mode, we didn't really see it or catch on. And I think that is kind of, that's where it really showed up. When we did then get married, it was a journey.
It showed up.
It showed up.
You did it so quick because you didn't want to lose him.
Oh no, I did it. If I'm being completely honest, I did it because I felt like I had something to prove. I think I feel like the rejection of my own family, I feel like I needed to I needed something. I needed someone. I needed to feel safe, and I needed to feel family, and that's what I got from him at that time. So naturally, I was just like, let's lock this in. We are together forever. This is gonna be. Let's not waste time.
Did you lose family when you?
Pardon?
Did you lose family in your?
I lost the majority of my family, and I only had his family. So again, that was a really big thing. So, like I said, interracial.
Yeah.
this is my first real long-term relationship. And then, just being with him and his family. And they were so welcoming. They were so nice. But obviously there's things that crop up, or you still feel kind of like, oh, well, this is a bit new. But that's all I had. So I said, you know what, fuck it. This is it.
Why do you think he said yes, considering all the other stipulations around it?
I think he said yes because he was also going through some things. He had lost someone really personal in his life. And I think I was a comfort for him as well.
Yeah.
And honestly, we had the best intentions at heart. And when we did first connect and we met, it was magical. But I think we were both young and naive to think that love was going to be enough to carry us through. And I can hand on heart say that as well, because I didn't have a great example of marriage or relationship. It wasn't present in my family or around me. All I knew is that I didn't want to end up like my parents, number one, and Disney movies. So I was like, okay, I was going off for hope and Disney movies. Yeah, they sold me
They sold you a dream.
They sold me a massive dream.
They sold all of us, because you get older and you realize that
there's more to
relationships.
Yeah.
There's more to like a fairy tale. You have to make your own fairy tale.
Oh baby,
That's why we're also happy for Femi. That's like he found his peace.
No, what? No,
We all find peace, so.
Amen. Amen.
Femi, you didn't say amen. Like,
amen. I was clocking it. Sorry.
He was clocking it. Femi was clocking it.
I'm sorry, my bad.
So moving slightly into divorce part. When did you get divorced, and what was the hardest part?
Can I ask a question? Actually,
Yeah, go on.
How soon after getting married did you start to see
The cracks.
the alarm bells, and in yourself in terms of how you felt?
I would probably say within myself, the cracks. So we got December, January, March, July, August, September. I would probably say maybe towards a year in, towards the end of the year, I noticed certain behaviors within myself. I noticed certain things that would take place on my part and his part, where I was like, that's not right. Or we wouldn't talk, or we weren't communicating. Like, there was just this thing within, like, between us, and there was a lot of unspoken things. And I think communication, I now realize, is a huge part of any relationship, whether it's marriage, friendship. Like, you have to talk. And me coming from a family where a child is seen and not heard, I struggled a lot with communication. Like, I just could not vocalize. I would just say it's fine. And I think that's where the trouble would then start to come.
Yeah. Well, that kind of leads us into the next question. Like, basically, like, when did you get divorced, and what was the hardest part?
Well, we're still in the process now, girl. Like, it's not as easy as I thought it was, purely just because my dumbass. We got married in New York. I lost the marriage certificate.
Yeah.
You can, I know. That's just me thing. That's something I would usually do, and you can't get divorced without the certificate. So I still have to somehow either go all the way back to New York to go to City Hall and do that, or I have to pay a lawyer to kind of write this like legalized note, and then I have to give it to my friend, and then he has to get it, and then he has to send it to me. So it's still a process. It's still a process. It's still a long process.
So when did you get divorced?
So you're still in the process.
Still in the process. So he's
Talk about it fully.
Well, no, technically he's still married.
I'm still married. I'm legally.
How long have you been married for? So how long have you been married for then?
We been married for, we're coming up to almost 10 years now. Technically, it would be.
So when did you decide that? Let me call it this.
We ended up in a very toxic cycle kind of thing, going through everything. But we officially kind of just parted ways maybe last year, last year I would say. Last year, March. Yeah.
How easy is it making that decision? Like, how, I don't know if I'm wording it right, but how low do you have to feel like, fuck, this is it, we can't be together? Because isn't there part of you that wants to just keep on fighting?
But that was the problem.
Because if in 10 years you've continuously, I'm sure that you guys have tried
that was the problem.
Times.
We ended up in such a vicious, toxic cycle of getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, breaking up, getting back together, I can't tell you how many times I've moved in, moved out, moved in, moved out. Like, it was just going on and on. And I think the very last time was just like, if we both said to each other, if it's not going to work, then this is it. And unfortunately, that's where we ended up. We were just like, the same thing keeps happening. We're not gonna get past that. And I think as we've gotten older, we're just so set in our ways and our habits and how we act towards each other that unfortunately that is never gonna. I felt like it was never gonna change. So we kind of came to a mutual decision. Like, we're better off being officially
apart.
Yeah.
Do you think that in terms of understanding each other, do you think like cultural backgrounds played a part in that?
To a certain degree, yeah. Definitely to a certain degree. I think they'll play a part in any interracial relationship. But more so, I feel like it was more so on my part because obviously, how can I put this in I don't want to get cancelled, but like,
and I don't want to put words in your mouth. I think that you can tell me if I'm wrong. I feel like you signed up for something, one, with good intentions, but for the wrong reasons. And two, you got into the play and was like, oh, I'm not sure I'm actually ready for this play.
Yeah, maybe a little bit along the line that. And also when you see how culturally different certain things are that wouldn't fly necessarily in my family, that fly in other families, you're kind of like, oh, this is not going to work, or this is not going to run, kind of thing. Also, I think feeling a little bit also ostracized as well can play a huge part in that. But I wouldn't say it was like a massive thing that I was like, culturally not going to work, can't happen, because I would say maybe like 70-80% for the part. We got on really, really well. His family were lovely. Like, we were cool like that, I would say.
Yeah. And the friends and family members that you parted ways or ostracized you previously, are you guys reconciled now, or is your relationships like still kind of the same?
What do you mean? Sorry, that's big words.
You're basically, are you in a good place with like those family and friends and people that left you before?
I'm in a better place with my family now, definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that has been helpful. Like, don't get me wrong, my family are very still much. They turn a blind eye to it, so it's kind of like, don't mention it. It's cool. It doesn't happen. It doesn't exist. They know, obviously, because I'm out and I'm myself now. But it's still kind of that nuance of like, I could be in the same room with my mom or sister, but they would never ask me deeply about what's going on in my world or how are you feeling. It's very surface level kind of thing, and I've adjusted to that kind of, if I'm being perfectly honest.
Yeah. And in terms of like, obviously when you finally decided that, okay, then this is not like going to work, what kind of impacts, like, I guess the acceptance part, because before you actually do the action, there's an acceptance part that happens within, I've never been married, I'm assuming. But we've been in relationships. I feel like when you feel like something's supposed to last forever and it comes to a moment where you're like, oh my God, this is actually ending, whether you've told the person or not, but you've had these internal conversations. How did you deal with that, and what was the impact of that on your mental health?
Oh, it affected me a lot, I think, because I carried a lot of guilt and shame, I think, around it, because in my head he was my person, I was his person, and we heavily relied on each other. And I think not being able to show up for him in the way that I wanted to, it really affected me. And going on from that, you kind of then just question yourself in everything. So like, oh, am I going to do this with every person that I'm with? Are you the problem? Am I completely the problem, kind of thing? And I carried it for a long, long time. And I think that was part of the reason why I also kept going back as well, because I just felt so much shame and guilt, like, oh, you've married this person, you still can't make it work, kind of thing. I carried a lot of guilt and shame because I had always this concept in my head, to uphold marriage, go through it no matter what happened, try and make it work. And I think we tried so many times that it just kind of really deflated me. And I was saying that, you kind of just really doubt yourself and like, why is this not working, or why is it, you've tried everything. So you kind of just go with, I'm the problem. Even with other people, you ask everyone, your friends, like, what should I do? Can I do this? And honestly, no one can give you the answer.
Yeah,
and I think
no one's in it with you.
No one's in it with you, only just us two. And you to really sit with that and process that, the person that you chose or the the person that you thought he was or anything, it's a really hard pill to swallow, because your brain obviously romanticizes when you leave. Then your brain romanticizes everything, oh, this and that, and then you're back in it, and then you're like, actually no, this is not. So it was just a lot of guilt, a lot of shame, a lot of coming to terms and acceptance. And I think now I'm in a place where even now talking about it, I'm like, okay, I can actually talk about it. I don't feel that shame or that guilt, because no one really, I suppose it's different for like straight people, it happens, but like no one really talks about it in the gay community, or like it wasn't a thing to even get married at that time. So it's like, right, how do I deal with this? How do I process with it? And again, men don't really talk about the divorce side, the divorce, how it affects them. It's always, the women's story and things. So I just, for a lot of times, I think I just kept it inside internally, because I didn't want to bother anyone as well. And I feel like people were just tired of the same story. So I feel like, it's taken some time to deal with it.
Yeah. And where would you say now, like in terms of like your healing journey? Are we healed? Are we still healing?
I'm definitely on the more healed side. I'm so happy. Like, I'm definitely a lot happier and on the more healed side of things. I think there's a little bit more to go. Because you never stop growing.
You never stop growing.
You never stop growing. You always want to understand more. You always want to be a better person. So I think I'm on the better side of things. I can look at myself and I can look at our marriage and say, you know what? You did the best that you could, and you had learned so much from it. And honestly, it was an experience that I would actually do again, if I'm being perfectly honest.
What's one thing that you learned from the marriage that you would even tell straight people, gay people, anyone regarding marriage?
I would say, like being with someone 24/7, a marriage is a reflection of yourself kind of thing. And you have to really be willing to look into that mirror. You have to really understand yourself. And I think, Femi, you said something about, pre-marriage counselling, that communication. I think it's so important to do those things, because at the age that I got married, I didn't know anything about trauma, baggage. I just thought, I'm me, like I didn't realize those things would show up. So you have to be prepared when you enter that marriage. There are going to be some things that you did it deep with under your surface that you don't, like a trigger or the way that someone says does something, you don't realize it sits there. And when it does pop up, don't hide from it. Like, you have to be able to have the hard conversation. It's all well, people, like, communication is great, like you can communicate, but the hard conversations, that thing that you genuinely don't want to say because it's either going to hurt their feelings or you're going to feel some type of way, please have that conversation. It's so important. And that's regards to children. I've had friends that won't even talk about finances, even sexual stuff. Like, it is so important to discuss those things and say, you know what, babes, it's not, you're not doing it for me, or this is not working, or like
maybe not like that.
Not like that.
Maybe not like this. It's not doing it for me.
No, not like that. But do better, like,
But I definitely agree. And like, marriage aside, I feel like if you're in a relationship with somebody, I think that you should be able to have the conversation of, this is what I like, this is what I don't like, this does this to me, this does this to me. What do you like? Like, I feel like it removes the shame, because some people are into some things, and I feel like having those conversations and not making the person feel like they're being... Why are you laughing, Ella? I'm making the person not feel like they're being judged.
No, you laugh at it now,
it's true.
But it's so
true.
Because you laughed.
It's so
You laughed.
Like,
innocent bystander.
You might be into fear. Your partner might be like, you do what? But if that's the response, then you like, oh, I'm not gonna. It's silly, but you might be like, okay, so that means I can't take it. In that moment, you're not thinking of, oh, I just said I like feet, and your partner's like, your brain goes, oh, I'm not safe. I can't tell you things.
Yeah. And I think that's a really key thing. Like, creating a safe space for your person to be open is really, really important. And that's the gateway to having a very long and healthy relationship, because when you feel safe, you can talk about things, and regardless of where it is, you be like, it may be crazy, but like, I've got you, you've got me, like, you're safe here. Like, I'm not going to judge you for any of that. And I think that's one thing I would definitely say for anyone, gay, straight, I don't know, like, whatever you like, poly, like, to have those conversations. Yeah.
Okay, no, we do not.
We're not shaming. No.
So far. Yeah.
I draw the line at animal behavior, so no, we do
bestiality.
We do not endorse that. No, absolutely not.
I mean, there's some people that are like...
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
Necromancy, definitely. Oh.
Next question. Dating. Let's go to dating.
So who are you dating?
The hell?
Are you dabbling in the...
No,
Are we dating?
No.
Are we on the curb?
No,
Are we in the streets?
I'm not on the streets. I'm trying to stay inside. I'm trying to stay inside. I'm trying to reduce hoe activity to a bare minimum.
Okay.
Just because, I don't know, you can use it as like a comfort kind of thing. And I'm really not trying to do that. And I'm a lover boy at heart. I ain't gonna lie. I give BF experience all day, every day. And sometimes it puts me into situations that I ain't even ready for. Like, I'm really...
You do too much, and then you're like...
You do too much. Before you know, you're like, wow, how did
I shouldn't have done that. You slept over, but if you slept over, now you think it's more.
I mean, we cook up breakfast, we do breakfast in bed. Like, you did
Wait, guys, okay, let me just break something down to you right now, yeah? So basically, T's not trying to look at what's behind the camera because he knows exactly what's behind the camera. And he's not trying to make...
What is happening behind the
eye
camera?
contact. He's not trying to...
Is there something you want to share to?
There's nothing. I don't know what they're talking about. What I'm saying is that I agree with you. Sometimes you do things that make people think that your situation is more serious.
Oh,
It's not every time. Ignore people behind the camera. So you're single and you're not mingling. You're still reflecting and...
Yeah, I just don't... Do you know what? Because I'm so focused on my career change, my content journey, trying to do fitness, all of that. I don't necessarily have the time to pour into someone. It's a lot. This whole... Way more than I ever thought it was going to be. Like, I wake up, breathe content, sleep content, dream content. Like...
It's a full-time job.
It's a full-time job. I don't necessarily believe that I have anyone... That I don't feel like anyone at this moment in time is going to take me away from that. And I think...
we don't want someone to take you away from
No, not at all. They couldn't. But I think also I'm more... What's the word? Just more selective. I'm more like... more strict, more aware. I used to jump at anyone that used to give me attention or, oh, you cute. Like, yeah, put my little kit on heels and run over. But I think at this moment in time...
I know I'm cute. You don't have to tell me. I know I'm cute.
Well, that's the thing. So I think just... Yeah, I'm not dating. But I say this and then,
Oh.
But if the right person came along, like,
Okay, then.
if someone that really caught my eye, if someone was like, wow, and also they understand what I'm trying to build as well, that's really key for me. At the moment, I don't feel like anyone even remotely.
So what if like someone from the content space was like, oh, I love your content. Then like, also...
Wait, what? I didn't put anything in these drinks. I really did not put anything in these drinks.
Like when they're chatting nonsense, exactly.
Okay, calm.
Yeah, I'm like, oh, I want to work with you, but deep down you want to work with me.
I mean, no. I mean, I had none of those DMs.
Really?
I had none of those DMs. Yeah.
Fair. So, like, if someone was actually here to like uplift you and also help you with your content,
Yeah.
you would be that.
I'm definitely more focused on that. I'm honestly hand on heart, and this is more of an oath to myself because I did say like, Mykal, I looked myself dead in the mirror, and I said, bitch, don't fuck about. Like, this is game. This is ball right now.
Yeah.
Don't let dick fuck up your shit. That's literally what I said. Period.
Can I ask you something? Yeah. Did you start this content before or post initiating your divorce?
It was after. So I only started content this year. In what month are we in? Like, say end of January, February, that I really decided to be like,
go full throttle.
Go.
Because I was gonna ask after your divorce, then how did you deal with then like realigning your goals and like deciding what to go for? Because obviously you would have had goals with your partner, whereas me and you together, but then after getting, separating, how do you...
Yeah, that took...
That's how we know you did marriage counseling.
Yes! Come. Do you know what? It took me a while, to be perfectly honest. I didn't have any... After we decided, I didn't have any goals for myself. And I think that was, again, when you said the mental health, that kind of added into it. Because I was so... I don't want to say... Yeah, I'll just say the word codependent. I was so reliant on someone being there. And we had those shared goals that we were going to get... Even the heteronormative traditional, we're going to get a house. We even talked about, like, do you want a kid? Do you want to adopt? So when I had to realign everything, I had to really take that out of my brain and say, right, what is it that you want, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I looked into my world and what I was doing at the moment, and it only dawned on me maybe like a couple months in that I really don't like my job. The corporate world is not for me. I'm not a corporate baddie at all.
Yeah.
And I think I was just looking for different things to kind of pour into, but I knew that I always wanted to be creative.
Also, question. When you were married and when you were with your partner and everything was going well, did you have your own individuality?
At the beginning, no. We did everything together. And it was just a natural connection. I think halfway through, I mean, I don't want to say the second or third or fourth time that we broke up, but along those lines, around that kind of point where we were like, we need to be separate. We started to do our own things and we poured into our own things. And that worked a little bit. It helped a little bit, but it still wasn't enough for us. But yeah, we did, at the beginning, we were so coded. We did everything together.
Well,
can I ask, what about your friends as well now? So I'm guessing you probably mixed friends. How has that?
Oh yeah,
how's that been managing afterwards?
That took years. That took years. We were so heavily integrated. Like you couldn't. There was no me without him. He was involved in everything. I was involved in everything, even to the point where like he was in some of my friend group chats. Do you know what I mean? Like that. Yeah. Like
Shit,
big.
so you got beaten? You or him?
I mean, we're not going to do that.
We're not going to
We're not going to do that. But what I'm saying is that it took such a long time to separate. And again, that came down to like, you know, our own goals, because we did everything together at the beginning. Like we had no individuality, or we were just
Like, separate friends. There was
separate things. So I think once we got a little bit, I would say like older, towards like 27, 28, I said like, we need to do things like, let's try and separate. And we did. And eventually we kind of separated and had our individuality. So yeah.
You also said I don't know if we've got another thing. You said stuff around like love is not enough. So what would have made it enough for you?
Girl,
what could have added onto it?
I don't know. That's a really hard question. I'm not gonna lie, because
as an unmarried person,
you have mentioned communication. That's something you've spoken about.
I think communication, honesty, and to both people genuinely being like, regardless of what version of you I have today, I choose you and I work with you today, and I choose to work with that, but also communicate what my boundaries are. Like, okay, I understand that you're having a stroke today. I'm gonna let you, not saying it like that, but I'm gonna let you have today. But tomorrow, when you're in a better mood, I'm gonna be like,
tighten up.
Today, what you did, not okay.
What's some bullshit? Bullshit. Okay, tighten up. Yeah, I would definitely say I would love to have had better communication. Maybe more on my side as well. I would have loved to have been a little bit more open. I feel like I would like to be a little bit more open and more of my mother's child, if I could put it that way. And that's where the culture difference definitely kicks in, because I have such a Caribbean temperament in terms of, well, I'm sorry, who's wrong? I mean, you want some food? Like I'm like, in that sense, I could have been more open and probably a little bit less harsh in that sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I would definitely think, if it was to work, maybe more communication, more understanding of my culture and being in that family kind of situation and what it felt like for me. And then finally, just I think it shouldn't take us to reach rock bottom to then pick ourselves up kind of thing. And that's one thing that we constantly did kind of thing. We would get back together and then we would just put everything on hold, like ourselves, whatever we were doing. And then we kind of rot. And then we just have this realization of like, no, I can't do this. Like, it's you. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, that kind of thing. So yeah, those were probably the things that I would like to change if it was.
Well, I would like to shift our gear a little bit. First, we'd like to congratulate you because you have 16,500. And I've seen this. I see you built this.
It's 17 today. It's 17 today, which is
I see you built this brick by brick.
It's
stone by stone, brick by brick, from the bottom up. That's amazing. Especially when just like starting properly this year. from
I think that's one
end of January to now. That's amazing.
One thing my friends will always say, like, when I say I'm going to do something, if I'm going to do it, I will definitely do it 100%. So I literally dive. I think that's a little bit of like my age. Like, I just go hyper focused. Like, I just go all the way in. Like, nothing else matters. So yeah, I'm super proud of what I've built, and I suppose it's one of those ones where I'm like, I can't believe it, but like now it's like it's not enough. It's not enough now. I know. Yeah, exactly. I wish it's really bad.
No, but we had this conversation a couple of episodes before. Like, when you get to a certain point and you get something, you're like, I want to get here. You're like, oh, this is great. Okay, so now I want more. And whether that's negative or positive, you know, I'm still working with that, my therapist. Yeah. But you want more.
100%. I always want more. I think if I had looked at myself where I am now, I'd been like, Mike, wow, 17K. But now I'm like, right, so how are we monetizing this, boo? Because that ain't paying the bills, right? Yeah. So that's what it's great. I love the followers. Love y'all. Thank you for following. Thank you for tuning in. But bills, right? Send the funds, and then we can discuss an arrangement. Yeah.
Would you say that this has been a great outlet for you? Would you say it contributed to like your healing? Because again, like you said, that you guys have everything together, so this is like one thing that is yours. So you've put in 100% of your time and your focus.
Yeah, 100%. Like, I didn't realize how healing it was going to be, not just coming out of a relationship, but for my inner child, for my inner self. Like, it's been so.
Because you be acting a fool.
Yeah, an absolute clown. Like, but everything that I was conditioned as a child to suppress, and you know, never to be too much, you know, and not to. I would be honest. Like, I think there was a point even in my life I wanted to be a pick me so mad. I wanted to be someone to pick me, so I would suppress certain things to, you know, act cool, you know, like look masculine, like nah, for the man them. But now with it was like we try again for the man them. Yeah. No, all right, we're not buying it. No. Well, yeah. We tried. And then, but little things like that, every time I post, or because I'll sit there and be like, don't post it. No, you can't post it. When you post it, and I'm like, I post it, I'll just run away. For the first couple of weeks, I was just posting and running away from the phone. Wouldn't even check it. And then you open it and you just see, and you're like, oh my God. And it's that little part of you like, Mike, it's all right to be you. Like, you are there's no mistaking your creation of who you are, kind of thing. And that is such a beautiful feeling. And that's something I haven't felt ever, so it's only now that I'm feeling that.
Yeah, that's amazing. I love that for you.
That's actually like quote unquote inspiration for me.
No, you have to like.
I'm too shy.
But even, you have to like. It's such a. You have to bet on yourself, and it's such a risk. And also, you have to be. I think you have to be okay with the risk not paying off as well. And that was one thing. Yeah. Because I didn't want to come across as performative, or I'm doing this just to get followers or grow. Like, no, I'm doing this because it's me. This is who I am. Like, I'm. What you see on camera is what you see when you see me in the club. Like, you know, I'm still on head topping, you know, when you see me. Like, it's not going to change who I am. So, I mean, you go see me throw that back still. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, and that's always who I've been. So it's been really like nice to know that I didn't have to necessarily come up with a whole persona or something. Yeah. Like, my little straps maybe have a little masculine persona, but it's not any different to what I am.
But I don't even think that those are not you per se.
Yeah, it's not.
Like nobody's monolithic. Like, it's different versions of you.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that's what's helped with the content. Like, I don't adhere to a box, if that makes sense. Like, it's been really nice to branch out and do different things. Even spread my wings, even culturally, like.
Because you drank Red Bull.
Yeah, you drank Red Bull. Like, culturally, like, I'm Jamaican, I'm British. Do you know what I'm getting? So
yeah, that's after I said it out loud, and I was like, first of all, Red Bull didn't pay us, so I don't even know why I said that.
Have you got a sponsorship for AV? You should have AV on the table. That would be like a little cute brand deal, no?
They didn't pay us.
But that's the thing. That's how you start. So right now, no, it ain't pay me, but I'm gonna post you because that's how you get it.
Oh, and they replied. They come message me.
Oh, what, Huel?
Yeah.
So Huel. They just wanted the clickbait. So they're like, yeah, coming out DMs. And I was so gassed, right? So I went into DMs. I was like, hey, how you doing? You said you wanted to like do brand partnership. And they were like, oh, so sponsorship right now is pretty full, so we can't really take you on. But what you can do is this. Here's an affiliate link. And I was like, girl, an affiliate link. Like, they were like, you can get 10% on commission for each click. And I was just like,
You see.
Well, that's step one.
It's step one. It doesn't stop.
It doesn't stop. It doesn't stop.
It just fuels me, and I'll be like, "Oh, you want to give me affiliate? All right, cool."
Okay.
So when I touch 500k, you want to?
That's exactly it. So
the bigger ones will come.
The bigger ones come, but it's all a part of the learning journey, and I think it's not as easy as people probably presume or what it looks like online. Yeah. There's a lot of thought and intention.
Have you sacked off your corporate job then?
Not yet.
Oh, so
I'm so yeah.
You're managing both.
I'm managing both. So the only thing I had a second job. So I used to do a second job from 5 till 10 on Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays. I've sacked that off to do the content. So at one point I was doing content, my first job, my second job.
That sounds like a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
Burnout was real.
Yeah, because doing this, having work, I feel like, for me personally, I feel like something drops.
You're doing Lord's work.
Thank you. Yeah. I feel like something drops, and I can honestly say for me, I feel like this can't drop.
And also living a baby boy lifestyle as well. So
I'm not living a baby boy lifestyle. Let's not get that's an exaggeration. Okay, just have like a roster with like 2 people. You have. What's the roster? Anyway,
gangsta for life.
Anyway, so what I was trying to say was that I feel like something drops, and I feel like for me, music has kind of like dropped a little bit. And even though like I'd still go into the studio, still record, still write, still kind of do stuff, the time. Like when you're trying to break down time, like, okay, between this, like, where do I have the time to do this? So I think there's an element of also of like, you've either just got to zone in or figure out what are the other extra things, because we have the same for 24 hours a day that everybody else has. And I think that deciding that, okay, dropping the second job to make more time for yourself, I think that was.
Yeah, I at that point I actually had no choice, and luckily God's timing is always right.
Always on time.
Always on time, because guess what? I didn't even have to quit. I got redundancy. So they get me a payout. Yes. God is good. Yeah. Won't he do it?
No, that's hilarious. It's hilarious.
But I just want to say thank you for coming on the show and being very honourable, being very vulnerable. I think the drink is hitting.
It definitely is.
Being very vulnerable and being very open.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for having me. It's been great. And again, this is like new to me, so yeah. Thank you.
Now you've broken your virginity.
I've broken my podcast virginity. Yes. Yeah, 100%. 100%. I could put me on the roster, yeah.
Now you're in the family.
Yes,
you come back and guest host.
We've had a few people come back, right?
Yeah, we've had a few
people
come back.
So what we'll do is we'll discuss how you performed in the group chat. And
cool.
We'll let you
we'll
let you know if you're coming back.
Oh, no. Tomatoes, boiling tomatoes.
I don't know if you know, but he's like our number one A-star candidate.
Who's that?
Oh,
me?
Yeah. So
I try.
Yeah.
Sometimes he comes to work.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, do you know what? I've been chilled for a few weeks.
No,
do you know what I'm going to do?
Let me shake it up.
I'm going to shake the table.
I mean, even when you sent me all the stuff, I was like, okay, you run a tight ship on this podcast.
Tell the people
they run a tight ship.
Tight ship.
Tight ship.
Guys.
Yeah. Very fun. It's still fun.
Why?
Tell them where they can follow you, where they can engage with your content.
Oh yeah, you can engage with my content on Instagram. It's Mykal Ross, full name, and on TikTok as well, Mykal Ross.
We'll put it arod you so that they can.
Thank you so much, guys.
Everywhere.
Thank you for coming and thank you for listening to another episode of Small Chats.